Hey guys, welcome back to Astral Diaries. Just did a quick update, channel update that I wrapped up, but one thing I forgot to mention, I'm gonna just do a separate quick video about it. So this is Astral Diaries, channel dedicated to astral projection, OBE experiences, lesson, tips, mistakes. So, I did a quick channel update, which I'm gonna upload, but I forgot to mention this one. And I didn't want to just leave it in a comment because I feel it's important enough to make a video about it. So, if you follow my channel, one of the last goals I had was to access a deceased cat that I had. I made a full video about it. So in the last month, I kind of came close to accessing this cat. Unfortunately, it was it was neither a dream or a OBE astral projection. It was something in between. I was gonna make a video about it, but I didn't. But I figured because that was like my target for last month, this is the closest I got. So I forget the word for this. It starts with an H. That state that you're in, between sleep and awake, early mornings, when you can see things through your closed eyes and just things moving, like just random stuff. It's literally you're seeing things with your eyes closed. So I was in that state, as I was trying to access this cat for the last month, every time I had a chance. And the thing is, guys, sometimes you have to change your target, and I've done this. If a target doesn't work, and I've been really consistent about this, the video I just wrapped up, I basically told you guys that I've had a really quiet month. I've had a few partial / dreams. In fact, when I did access my dog, which I mentioned in my last video, it was in a dream, and I'm gonna upload that video. So this cat, what happened was, and when I was in that state of between sleep and awake, literally was on my chest sitting. Now the tricky thing is that my current cat is a white cat, but it's a girl, and this cat that I'm trying to access, the deceased cat, was a boy, also white. So that's what's tricky about, because I see my living cat, I've seen her during projections, I've picked her up, looked her in the eye, and even picked her up and literally flew out of the window with her during an experience. And the last time I saw my father, I picked up my cat was in my hand, and then I asked for my father. I saw my father's reflection in my slide door window, and then I turned, and there he was standing right in front of me. And the first thing, because I was trying to let my dad talk, because a lot of times I'm hey dad, how you been, what do you do, is there afterlife? I bombard him with like 3-4 questions. I'm like, let me let this guy talk. And the first thing he said was, put the cat down. And I put the cat down, and then he had like a glass of tea in his hand that he gave me, and then kind of like follow me type of thing. And we were standing face to face. I asked him some questions. I basically asked him, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but I didn't fully explain this in the previous videos. I basically asked him, how you been? Is there an afterlife? And his answer was along the lines, imagine you ask somebody, is there an afterlife? And they basically tell you, what? Fall is around the corner. A season. And I was so emotional at that time, just being his presence, that experience ended, unfortunately. I couldn't hang in there and ask him more questions. So yeah, that's the last time with my living cat and my father. But going back to this with the cat that I was trying to access. So yeah, this cat was on my chest. Kind of like what my current cat does. My current cat, if you have a cat, they get right in your face, meow, until they wake you up. So this cat was the presence of the cat that I'm trying to access. Male cat, bigger than my current cat. I totally felt his presence, but he was fluffier. Just more hair, more fur. Almost like, so I did a video about accessing this cat, a few weeks ago. And in there, in the thumbnail, I used the photo of this white cat with I want to say a blue color or something. And I used that as a thumbnail, and this cat looked like that cat, very similar. But his presence, I could tell his presence was the cat that I'm trying to access. So that's the closest thing I got into, again, not a dream or a astral projection OB, but yeah, he was on my chest, and I was able to feel him and just hug him, as though he was sitting on my chest for real. And of course I was kind of between that state, and I woke out of it, and I want to say my current cat was somewhere in the bed too, but I completely forgot to put that in my last video. Overall, it's been a really quiet month, so this is the one thing I forgot to leave out, and I don't want to just put it in the comment section. I'd rather make a video about it. So I'm going to upload these in the next day or two before the upcoming cruise, which will be the main goal for next week, trying to OB out of a cruise trip. So look forward to that. See you guys on the next one.